Why do I always not unmute myself? I don't know! Greetings, everyone! It is I, Kikoski here, welcoming you to the stream. The pre-stream, to be exact, where you have the opportunity to get here, get ready, and get comfortable. Mess that up as we settle down for some more King of the Castle. I cannot help you with the Bezo Bucks thing there. It's not a thing I can do. Also, oh my, did the number of... I've only just realised that the number of subs I've got has gone down dramatically. Whew! Hello, Sapbrook, how you doing? I hope you are doing well today. It is low. Oh no. How are you? I hope things are well. Darn you, Jeff Bezos. Indeed! Indeed. I hope you are good. You know, at some point I'm going to have to think about, hello there, Brock. I hope you are doing well. You know, at some point I have to think about when I've done the move, have to do all that wonderful maths to figure out exactly how much I need coming in to make everything work. Done! Hooray! Hello, Farsight. How are you? I hope you are doing
Mayhem.
well.
Yippee!
Now there is Alias with 59 months of Prime Gaming. Thank you ever so much. That is so kind of you. I think it's since I was a day or two late, pretty much every subscription, I'm now officially a month behind, even though I've never missed a month on my streak. Indeed. That is so absurdly kind of you. Thank you. 51 months. I'm doing okay, thank you. I think it must have been that, like, we had a day where someone just, like,
Mayhem. Yippee!
gave 7 bajillion subs. And that's Uncle Putt there with 45 months. Thank you ever so much. Kings and castles. Hip hooray, Kaloo Kalay. Indeed. Thank you. Thank you. How goes it, everyone? Hello, everyone. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing okay, thank you. I'm doing okay. I hope you're all good. Always fun when Kiko streams King of the Castle. That's the hope. That's the hope. I actually catch a King of the Castle stream at the start. That you have. That you have, KD. Hello, Ghidorah. How are you? I hope you are doing well. Hope things are going good. What I actually have to ask at some point later on when we are... You did make it, Wolfhead. Congrats. At some point I have to ask a number of questions about something. What I really need to do is, like, have a sub goal, a perpetual sub goal thing of, like, when we get to X subs, I'll do X, and when we get to Y subs, I'll do Y. I hope it's going to be fun, Ghidorah. That is the hope. Was driving home from my swimming exercise, was worried I'd miss it. Well, that's why we have the pre-stream. The 20 minutes of relaxed and chill vibes where we can just have people turn up. That's the reason it's here. That is why it be. Word of advice, choose good games for sub-goals. Are you saying that I pick bad games? Also, good is subjective. Good is very subjective. Hello, Deus. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Like, what is good? Genuine question there. Genuine question. What is good here? Well, clearly not me, because I'm just a derp that plays video games. You know, being derp and going derp. It's what I do. I derp. Having security training sounds like it went well. I'm sure someone thought Might and Magic 10 was good somewhere. No! No, they didn't. What? What is good? Asking philosophical questions already. The problem with games where I suffer is I ultimately... There's a risk I won't enjoy them. And there's a difference between, like, enjoying something that is bad but amusing to play, and something that is bad and is misery to play. Because it just becomes miserable. See, I already had someone remind me that Might and Magic 10 exists, so I don't need to change the sign that says X days since I remembered Might and Magic 10 exists. Well, considering the fact that I don't know what the first one of those is.
Mayhem!
And that's Kiji-kun there with 32 months. Thank you ever so much. That is so kind of you. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. That is so kind of you. Like, I do not know what that first game is, Tentretto. It's not a thing I know. But you know what? We should set one. We should set a Twitch sub goal. That's what we should do. We should set one right now. Right now we should set one. I don't know what it would be, but we could totally set one. Don't worry, we're not starting right away. We're just going to go into the things so that people can join up.
Mayhem!
Aha! Tricksy little Twitch was hiding the Bezobucks option. Enjoy! Thank you ever so much, Ada. That is 46 months and a 40-month streak. That is so kind of you. And remember, if you have Amazon Prime, you have Twitch Prime, which means you have a Prime sub you can spend on anyone you like. You can even spend it on me! I mean, I won't say no. I definitely rely on it. So if you've got any spare Bezobucks lying around, you can just dish them out. Divvy up the Bezobucks. I won't complain. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't, Nuddle Master. Pretty sure it wouldn't. I mean, if you want. Ooh, more arrows for Kiko's birthright. Thank you ever so much. That is so kind of you. Thank you. I mean, I've already played through Daikatana, but, you know. Ah, yes, your magnificent wealth. Let me have a look at your magnificent wealth. I mean, you've got wealth. Tiny Train has, like, 7 billion wealth. That might be a bit of a problem, though. For the Barons, I mean, the King! Yeah, I might be in a bit of trouble here. Maybe. It's good to have money. Money is important, yes. Money is pretty important. Don't tell Kiko we have money. He just sees gold. Like, in a serious point here, if I decided that Twitch sub goals could be used for playing certain games, what would people think about that? Like, what would people think about that? It would probably depend on the game. I mean, I would ask people for ideas and suggestions. Yes, I'm thinking like a goal. Depends on what exactly you did. It would mean we'd play the game. Or rather, I'd play the game and you'd watch me play the game. It would just have to be something that people would want me to play. Yeah, the thing is though, again, lots of fun is very relative. Like, for what some people would say is a fun game, what if I am not going to enjoy playing it? I don't even know what that game is, to be fair. Yeah, fun is absolutely relative. Like, fun is completely relative. That's the difficult part. Fun is relative. Like, I'm gonna have to look up what that game you mentioned is. because I've never heard of it. It's a roguelike poker game. Yeah, I would say no on that, because I don't really want to play a poker game. Malie, surely you've heard of Stray. Yes, I'm Let's Playing it. Yes, I'm literally Let's Playing it on my YouTube channel. You could check it right now. It's right there. Video 16 is going up tomorrow. Video 17 will be going up on Wednesday. There they are. Kikoskia, you can find my Let's Play of Stray and watch it all. That's currently there. That if Papers, Please... The problem with a game like Papers, Please is that Papers, Please, strangely enough, is a game that... Papers, Please is a game that requires a lot of intense concentration, and it would be... it'd be really difficult to stream it. Because how am I going to interact with chat and react to a game that has time pressures on it? It's hard enough, probably, to Let's Play. Yes, but I'm not them. Also, Let's Playing is different to streaming because you have 3 things to focus on. The game, chatting, and keeping an eye on chat. You're splitting your attention 3 ways, basically. It gets quite difficult at that point. It gets quite difficult. I don't know, is the problem. Like, I'd have to think about it. And also you'd have to consider if I'm good at these games or not, because there is a big chance that I am not. And if there's one thing you don't want to watch for 3 hours, it's someone being terrible at a video game. That's me. Because I'm pretty terrible at video games most of the time. A lot of people really think I'm good at video games for some reason. And I'm like, no, I'm really not. I'm really bad at it. Action 52 wasn't terrible. Action 52 was short. The thing is, though, Action 52 was short. Like, the NES game was finished in, like, we went over it in 3 streams. Would you have been thinking the same thing if it was 20 streams? Or 30 streams? You probably wouldn't. You'd probably be looking at Action 52 with a palpable sense of dread. You would have unsubbed. I was actually... One of the weird things I was thinking about was how long people want me to play King of the Castle is an interesting question. I don't know. Like, we've been going at it for a fair while. Do people want something else in the slot? I don't know. 6 Ages is a weird game to stream. Is a thing. It's an odd game to stream. There aren't that many games, though, that have chat interaction, and the problem with the chat interaction game is if a game relies heavily on chat interaction, and there aren't a lot of people interacting, it can end up being a problem. I will be honest, Rithmond, I played Fallout 4 to death, by myself, I really wouldn't want to go back to Fallout 4 anytime soon. Like, I absolutely have had my fill of Fallout 4 for a good while. Like, I did almost everything. All the DLCs, all the main quests. And it would be not great for me to go back to it. Yeah, I only had about 2, maybe 3. I didn't have many mods going for Fallout 4. One, which was like a general compatibility one. One for making the dialogue option show what it was actually going to say. And one to add so that you could add home plate to the like list of settlements that you could have caravans go to. That was it. You could always play Fortnite, Kiko. You really want me to play Fortnite? Because let me tell you, I would be terrible at Fortnite. Like, shockingly bad at Fortnite. You don't want me to play that. It would be awful. I could, but to be honest, I've not played Fall Guys for literal months. Because I started realizing that playing Fall Guys was ultimately feeling like a job. Also, in before Dark Souls, I would honestly prefer to play Fortnite than Dark Souls. Because I do not enjoy Dark Souls. The gameplay style of Dark Souls does not gel with me whatsoever. Like, it's not my thing. I don't like it. I tried it. I don't like it. Hello, Giggles to Go. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. You did make it in time. You did. See, it's an interesting question to do. It's an interesting question to posit. Little sleep deprived, but doing alright. Fair enough. That's 2, that's 1. That's 2. They're going for intimidation, fervor, and propaganda. But you know, it's a question to ponder. It's just deciding what thing it would be. And you also got to remember it will be something that wouldn't be played all the time. It's got to be something that could be played once a week. So it couldn't be a game that requires, like, constant playtime. I mean, that's easy. You're all going to manage that. Pretty confident that you're going to find a way to oust them. Very confident, in fact, that you're going to find a way to oust them. The only thing I'm doing well on is Defiance. That is the only thing I'm doing well at. Also, we have a crop blight that's about to happen. Yeah, but the stability is not going to last very long. This is a victory type we've not gone for yet, and we probably won't manage, but, I mean, I'll give it a go. I'll try. We probably won't manage it, but maybe next time we'll manage it. Maybe next time. One day. Right. Let's start with our air. Your marriage to Scorcher has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough, but you made some good memories, but there's no spark. She cares more about hunting innocent animals than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you need an heir. Congratulations are in order. The royal wedding was a magnificent affair, but you need an heir. It's alright though. We can have an heir. I'll make my youngest cousin my heir. Of course, an entirely sensible idea. I will make the arrangements at once. There you go, youngest cousin. Also crop blight. Pardon me, Your Highness, but a terrible blight has been affecting our bean crop in the south. And what can we do about it? Breaks my heart, Your Majesty, but we need to abandon the harvest and raise the affected crops. Hopefully that will contain the spread. That will mean a hard winter. Don't listen to those ignorant peasants, Your Majesty. They're overreacting as usual. Burning the crops would cause far more famine than it would prevent. Well... Beans! A witch. We do not need a witch. We don't need a witch. We ain't consulting a witch. We don't have the money to pay for a witch. Anything else is fine. But not a witch. Yeah, I'm going to trust the farmers on this one. Although apparently we're going to trust the ninth. You know what coin flips do in this game? They tend to get me... Oh. No, never mind. No, hang on. Well, looks like we're gonna raise the blighted bean crop. Over the next week, fields full of beans go up in smoke. Farming in the south is devastated, but the blight is defeated. Of course, the grandees grumble that they weren't given enough time to protect their investments. Well, boo hiss. It's a thing we gotta do. Your Majesty, I've been hearing disturbing rumblings from the university. They've been eating partridge again. You give the scholars of Quail too much leeway, Your Majesty. Too much food, maybe. Are you simply going to ignore their mutterings, Your Majesty? The rumour is they're examining the rules of succession again. Who knows what conclusions they may come up to? Summon a scholar immediately! We need a scholar! Look at our scholarly scholarlings. We must scholarize and figure out the scholaring. Like, hello, scholar. You will figure stuff out for me. Look at the words and read them for me and deduce what they mean. Please. I'm begging you. Summon a scholar. The university acknowledges your request, but no scholar appears that day, or the day after, or the day after that. Up in the north, Chief Leglock II is gathering his fellow plotters for a hike through the mountains. Some of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The Queen is paying the Palace Watch well enough that their loyalties aren't easily swayed. So we have some of the watch in our pocket? Isn't that enough? Nay, not yet. We can't make a move until we're sure we won't be discovered. The Chief's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. Also, deep in the south, a grandee pays along a balcony. It's just not enough. The peasants love Sabino and believe the miracles, but they won't rise up to put him on the throne. They'll come around. The Queen's golden age can't last forever, can it? Lower stability to 4 or less. Well, I mean, we need a bit of money, so... Whoop! 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 Gotta make sure we have that money! The Summoned Scholar! Your Majesty, you wanted to see someone from the university? Finally, you're very late. The Provost sent her humble apologies, Your Majesty. We were engaged in epoch-defining work. Right, tell me what's going on at the university. Gladly, Your Majesty. We are investigating the poetry of the Trolden folk, researching the properties of very large sextants, training beetles to use corkscrews. But there is something going on? There is always something going on, Your Majesty. History does not pause, even when we are wasting our time over here in the throne room. This man is a buffoon, Your Highness. We should rid the kingdom of such ignorant minds. At least that's my opinion, but matters concerning Quill University fall under the control of the Council by the ancient laws of Queen Alma herself, even in such trivial matters as to what to do with a weasel like this. No! That's a no! No, 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 no! We are not doing... No! No! We don't want to be the monarch that decided that knowledge was worthy of having your head sliced off. I know you all way too well. You would immediately have voted for that. That's an absolute no. Put him in the dungeon. He might be useful later. He might admit what's going on. I executed 2 scholars before they even opened their mouths. You want to know more about the beetles? Well, maybe he'll tell us after a while. The scholar is dragged away, begging to be provided with parchment, some ink, and perhaps a few volumes from a library to pass the time. Yeah, no. Oh boy, a plague of rats! Grandy Wolfhead 86 strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the south are overrun with vermin, and we've no more poison for these horrible things. We can't cope anymore. I mean... We could deliver a supply of rat poison. We could rely on just your farming ability. We could do cats. There's money in cats. Do we want to send them cats? Come on, people! There's money in cats! We are creating cats for rat catching. Always bring in the cats. This is going to go horribly, horribly, horribly wrong. Oh, I know it's going to go horribly wrong. Just you watch. It's going to be awful. What could go wrong? It's the perfect option. We can't trust... Oh, no. I vote for small-scale ecological disasters. Grandy Wolfhead 86 bows to you deeply. I can't thank you enough, Your Majesty. You send a caravan of cats to the south. By the time they reach their destination, they're both hungry and very angry. The perfect rat-catching mindset. Soon the rats are gone. The following springs up around one particularly successful mouser whose nickname is the Colonel, and a bronze statue is put up in his honor. He greatly enjoys sunning himself beside the statue, and the townspeople bring him dried fish for luck. Whether or not the gifts affect the town's fortunes remain to be seen, but he is a very happy cat indeed. Folks, you made a happy cat. Our lovely Planty McPlantface is flourishing, which is wonderful, but a few naysayers are concerned. which is ridiculous. The vegetation only swallowed a few villages. It's all perfectly fine. We could offload the excess Planty McPlantface to Ashmead. Oh, you know you want to do that, folks. Give the excess to Ashmead. It's a good idea. Just give them the problem. You know you wanna. Hey, Ashmead, we got a gift for you. What is it? Plants! Nothing bad will happen from this. But mischief! This is mischief! It just does not die. Here, have some kudzu. I do like shoving my problems into other people. Well, wish granted. Offload the excess Planty McPlantface to Ashmead. Harvesting isn't easy, with the scent from the blooms causing euphoria, then exhaustion, but the cull reduces the spread. Huge quantities of Planty McPlantface are sold off to Ashmead for cheap animal feed, and the grandees are delighted by such an economic boost. Hey! Look at us doing stuff! Honestly, I think I'm good with what I've got. The imprisoned scholar. The scholar you arrested, Your Highness, has been teaching the officers guarding his cell the economic sciences, and now they're negotiating for better pay. I don't remember any scholar. They are forgettable creatures. Might I send him home to keep the peace? Bring him to me. Maybe he knows why he's here. The meagre figure of the scholar is brought up to the throne room once more. He squints in the daylight. Your Majesty, how can I be of assistance? There's something going on at the university, isn't there? I have been in the prison cell for several months, Your Majesty. I have no idea what kingdom-ending sedition has been going on at the university. Your Majesty, this man is a troublemaker. What should we do with him? Yeah, take B away and you go. You know what? I'm taking C away. I'm taking C away. There's no good option here. I'll go with the stability loss. I can get it back. Maybe. Possibly. I need to keep the treasury decent. No, C was awful. We didn't want C. Gladly. The scholar is disposed of by precise application of axe to the neck. The officers rumble about abuse of power, but they do not try negotiating again. The university also falls extremely quiet. Yeah, it would. The elderly Chief Margetta, a cousin many times removed from Chief Nodokaza, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? Better end than most of us get. Indeed, Your Majesty, she stayed at home in the north most of her time, enjoying herself. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will, and the nobles are scrambling for her estate. Chief Margetta was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. By the old gods, that's a pitiful claim. Claim the estate for the treasury. I mean, that's a choice. That's a choice. I mean, all of these options are pretty good for me. All these options are fine. You can go with what you like, because I get money in almost all of them. And even if I don't get money, I still have lots of money. I can have it, chat. I stand here with the grandees. Well, we're redistributing it. Northern and southern nobles watch in outrage as peasants occupy the estate and move into the manor house. Using the late Chief Marjata's money, the peasants set up a marketplace on her land. It turns out to be a huge success, with merchants flocking to the place in crowds. Well, that went rather well. Meanwhile... A letter from Ashmead, Your Majesty. I'm afraid the Planty McPlantface who sold them has overrun their villages, just as it threatened to do in the south. I convinced them that it was not intentional, but relations remain tense. I suggest we send them something else to soothe the situation. The grandees should send something. Look at that! Send them more Planty McPlantface. Those are bad odds. I think the grandees have a pretty good chance of making this work. A very good chance of making this work. And typo when voting. Don't! Remember, it's iron choice, people. You get nothing. It's alright, it'll be fine. Ignore the letter. You hear no complaints from the Empire, and the Chancellor reports a polite and friendly lunch with the Ashmeadian emissary. Ashmead does not want to risk an aggressive response by pressing the matter. As for Planty McPlantface, the source of all this tension, it's hard to keep it under control, and southern farmers must constantly battle to ensure it does not spread too far again. Oh no! Your heir. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to my cousin and adopted son. The assembled nobles break out into polite applause. By designating an heir, you've cemented the stability of your kingdom. Your Majesty, may be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir. What will be their name? Lind 4, of course. Raise the ninth, Your Highness. I'm sure Lind 4 will grow to be a chip off the old block. Congratulations on finding an heir. Now you just need to fulfill your ambition to win the game. Expect a visit from your spy master soon. Ooh, booming crop. Your Majesty, the yields from the Marcher farms are extraordinary. I've never seen the like. The peasants have hybridized a brand new variety of barley. Beer made from the stuff doesn't give you hangovers. In fact, it heals a headache in minutes. We must assemble a team from the university to study this new crop. It could benefit the entire kingdom. By the ninth, wait a moment. You can't spread our secrets to just anyone. I'll have you know our produce is very much in demand. We're just in the middle of securing a barley trade agreement with Tavalin. Those eggheads could disrupt things terribly. We could claim the hybridized, We ain't paying the barons. Nope. Nope. That's not happening. Prohibit the scholars and fast-track the Tavalin deal. Oh. This is gonna be interesting. Very. We win anyway, I hope. I almost heard Kikoski's afraid of the Nah. Nah. Maybe. You are on stage 2. The March's trade agreement with Tavlin goes ahead with great fanfare. Soon, wagon loads of barley trundle back and forth, bringing vast profits to them. Aware of the secret hybrids for the first time, the chiefs and grandees are not pleased, but they cannot go against the will of the council, no matter how much they argue. The chiefs hybridize their own large turnips to rival those of the chiefs, but when the first crop turns out to be completely hollow, the experiments stop. I mean, you tried. Your Majesty, last week a mysterious wanderer visited the Grand Bazaar we built in the north. She claimed to be from a distant cloaked city of Sarakan, and said she had a number of magical artifacts for sale, but wizard laws forbid the unlicensed trade of magical items. I thought the cloaked city was a myth. The wizard city of Sarakan, in the far-off Valamir, is the subject of many legends, but that doesn't mean it's a myth. I humbly request the council grant our Grand Bazaar a license, so the North may benefit from this wanderer's magic. I mean... what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Magic licenses, everyone! Seems like a good idea! You want magic? I'll give you the magic to blow your faces up. This will totally happen. You'll just be like, oh look, a thing! This will clearly have no repercussions. No! It'll be fine! It'll be the problem for the next monarch. Hopefully. Thank you, my fellow members of the council. Chief BTW Chaos travels back to the Grand Bazaar and leads negotiations with the Sarakanese Wanderer. The Wanderer's items prove prohibitively expensive. By pooling their wealth, the chiefs could afford only a single item. But a very useful one. It's a fully rigged sailing ship that can glide over solid ground like it's water, and can then be folded up and placed in a pocket. Then with this, we could carry our goods far and wide across the kingdom. Look at trade! 10s across the board! 10s across the board! That's amazing! It's a bit low, it could be better! They see us trading, they hating. Come on, just vote for C for the fun of it. You know you want to. He picks trade and authority on this. I mean, if trade is an option, oh my word. If trade is an option. Oh, come on, we need more funding on C, everyone. Pump everything into C. No, no one's going to pump money into C. It's fine. We still have 8 stability. It should be alright. Ish. Maybe. Okay, very well. You can't negative fund. The game doesn't work like that, 10-player. Negative funding doesn't happen. Your ambition. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be a peacekeeper. You've succeeded on that front. The kingdom is peaceful, and you're renowned for your mercy and wisdom. Well done, your majesty. But to shut down the nobles scheming for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. The common folk are a sleeping giant that even the nobles are afraid to wake. If you become beloved by the peasants, the nobles won't dare to overthrow you for fear of revolution. My advice, on the other hand, would be to infiltrate every single region with loyal spies, and defeat their schemes on your own. But the Chancellor has other ideas. Yeah, I think we'll build a kingdom-wide spy network. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin recruiting spies. We'll send them across the kingdom in the guise of travelling bards. But this will require a fine touch. Your priority is to raise the kingdom's stability and overall trade as much as you can. And of course, there can't be open rebellion among the nobles. Basically, guys and fellow nobles, shall we quickly finish this reign's victory off and then move on to a new one where you can absolutely crush me? That seems like the sensible thing to do. Get the victory in, and then crush me later. Also wild beast attacks. Your Highness, I bring ill tidings from the north. Wildlife has gone berserk in rural areas. They're attacking villages and travellers all across the region. Beasts, you say? Can't you deal with them yourselves? These are not mere beasts, Your Majesty. They are great hulking creatures, clearly twisted by magic. Some say they walk and talk like people. The northern warriors are afraid. They say the creatures are a dark omen, a sign of the end. Gods above, what's gotten into these chiefs that they can't handle a few wild animals? The other regions have plenty of their own problems, Your Majesty. No one wants to march up to the frozen north for something like this. What am I to do? Point of order, Your Highness. The Church of the Ninth God could provide shelter for those who need it. All will be welcome, whether they are adherents to the true God or not. It's the least we can do. Or, you can afford it, send a detachment of mercenaries who aren't afraid of a few wild bears. I should put an end to this crisis. So, no on that one. No. Wimp? What is there wimp about it? By doing that, the second stage of the treasury of the intimidation goal happens. Why would I want that? Like, a genuine question. So I have two options. I could either shoot myself in the foot, or not shoot myself in the foot. Methinks I will pick the Tangy option. Hey, Tangy recommends you don't shoot yourself in the foot. That's right, Tangy. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Yes, I do need that foot. Here's a Kiko hard mode. Don't allow veto. No. Not for me it isn't, because I need my foot. You explain that pest control is not usually part of the Queen's mandate, but the chiefs do not agree. Strange beasts continue to ravage the northern countryside, continually eluding any soldier sent after them. At the very least, their attacks lessen with time. Your Majesty, nobles of the Council, tensions are running high, but the kingdom itself is stable. Perhaps it's time we forgot our past troubles and came together as friends. What do you have in mind, Chancellor? We could exchange gifts, or hold a friendly competition. A fashion show, perhaps, or a game of riddles. Your Majesty, why don't we hold a vote on a team-building exercise to help you and the Council trust each other again? I mean, let's be honest here, folks. Fashion. Because, let's face it, I'm probably going to win this run anyway. Why not set up money so that you can crush me next season? I can't stop you, but money is good. Money is good. You might need that money for next time round. Hello, Animic. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. The other thing as well to remember is that this is like a sort of cooperative storytelling game. There isn't vindictiveness. If vindictiveness starts getting into the game, it stops being fun for all concerned. Wonderful! I'll make the arrangements at once. The nobles can work together on the riddles, with a hefty cash prize if they get it right. No! Nodoska. That's not how this game plays. Like, it's a storytelling fun thing. You'll get the money back. Nobles of the council begin murmuring. This is a chance to prove the sharpness of their wits. They better brush up on their riddles. Yeah, it's all meant to be silly. Also, this could just mean that everybody else ends up losing. Morgana is with us, my friend. The Palace Watch are in our pocket. They took our money gladly. The kingdom could barely afford to pay him a living wage. Aha! Music to my ears. Soon the throne will be ours. Aye, it will, but we must plan our next steps. This could be a thing. You can't vote B if you're not part of it, Nodoska. But you are, so you can. You've not changed your colour, that's why I thought you were unable to vote. Ah, you see, most people change their colour to represent what faction they're in. Yours is pink. I couldn't tell which one it is. Over the next few months, we'll have our troops infiltrate the capital disguised as beggars. They'll swap places with the Palace Watch one by one. Once the Queen realizes she's surrounded by our lads, it'll be too late. She'll be a helpless little fly caught in our web. Alright, I'm on board. But once we turn the Queen into our puppet, won't the grandees and barons notice? That's why we need a strong army to make them think twice about challenging us. United with the Queen's forces, we'll be unstoppable. For the final stage, you must raise your military to at least 9. Oh! Never mind, don't have to worry about that one just yet. 9. Well, I might as well get a bit more money. Alright. Let's go with the ambition, shall we, and see what happens. It'll probably be a disaster. All goes according to plan, Your Majesty. Let me show you. Your spy master takes you to a secret passage in your own private office. You emerge into a hidden chamber, where a number of hooded figures await. We could still lose this. These are my agents. They can blend into a crowd as effortlessly as they can slip a knife between a traitor's ribs. How can you be sure of their loyalty? I've been very careful in my selection. You can rely on these agents. Soon they will infiltrate the courts of all the nobles on your council, disguised as travelling bards. One of the spies tosses aside her cloak, revealing a lute and a colourful costume of a troubadour. With the charm and flattery, they'll worm their way into your nobles' hearts and minds. We will then have a spy network, the likes of which the world has never seen. I hope to make even the gaunt of Tavalin look like rank amateurs. This should put a stop to their foolish schemes, and it will keep the kingdom stable for the rest of your reign. A little blackmail is a small price to pay. A week passes before you hear more news. Your spy master arrives in your office with a tiny scroll, small as a cherry stem, clutched between 2 fingertips. This is a message from one of our agents in the field, Your Majesty. I sent her to Chief Guy Becquet's clan hall, disguised as Skald, with bagpipes at her back. Open it. Of course. Wait to hear the news of the success of your fledgling spy. The spy master studies the scroll for a moment with a smile creeping across her face. She holds it over a candle flame and it vanishes in a puff of cinders. She's been welcomed into Chief Guy Becquet's court with open arms, and is already flattering him with fawning songs. Oh no! Not my clan hall! You shouldn't have left the door open. Let's hope our other spies are just as successful. Over the next few weeks you receive black word from more and more of your agents. Almost all of them have successfully wormed their way into your nobles' courts. We must now hope we can maintain their cover. A few more weeks pass. You wait anxiously for news of your spy's progress. One day, your spy master appears at your desk, her face lit by a triumphant smirk. Found the musicians! Oh no, they found out about my secret collection of castle spoons! Good news, Your Majesty. Our spies have uncovered some of your nobles' darkest secrets. Did you know Chief Guy Becquet has an irrational fear of lemons? You do now? Bardality. I think we're in trouble. But the riddle game! Do not worry, the riddle game. Riddle me this! Who has control of all of your courts? Not the lemons! Shucks are gonna ban all musicians. We even have a few illicit romances between the nobles that are generally attractive, generically attractive bards. The blackmail writes itself. Yes, your majesty, let it all out. A bout of insane laughter now and then is good for the soul. But we can't get complacent. We must see if our other spies are equally successful. Over the next few weeks, your spies send more and more positive reports. Soon you've established a spy network throughout the entire kingdom. It's with a sense of smugness that you call your next council session. As the nobles file in, you realize you know all their secrets. Their weaknesses. Everything. Listen, your majesty, I was thinking that taxes have been awfully high lately. Why don't we hold a vote on reducing them? Hang on. I think Kitty has something to say about this. What would Kitty say in this instance? No. I must have misheard you. I just called a vote. Let's go. Chop chop. Baroness, can you come up here for a moment? I need a word in private. Baroness the Nautilus walks up to the throne, her face quizzical. Your spy master leans over and whispers something in her ear, and she looks suddenly horrified. By the knife! How did you know that? Only my mother knows about that! Sit down, Baroness. If the Queen doesn't want a vote today, there will be no vote. Baroness the Nautilus returns to her seat, trembling like a leaf. This is an outrage! The vote must go ahead! Hey, care for some lemonade? Ah! Leave me alone! I'll do whatever you say! I could get used to this. When you leave the council hall, the nobles are quiet. They know a new era has begun. An era of cooperation. Or else. Your wife meets you back in your chambers, your heir Lind 4 in her arms. The gods are good! You really showed them who's queen! We should start teaching little Lind 4 how to follow in my footsteps. Good idea. After this, I get the feeling he'll be wearing a crown one day. That night you sleep an untroubled sleep for the first time since you first sat on the throne. Yeah, but we're taking care of them now. Combustible lemonade? No matter their grievances, the nobles will never again dare to defy you. You simply need to mention, offhandedly, that you know what they did last winter, or that you know where they sleep at night. The barons withdrew support, and the wave of popular momentum behind General Ruperta petered out. She is soon just another bitter old soldier, ranting that she could have been the queen. The chief's attempts to worm their way into the palace were uncovered, and a number of arrests were made. Chief Landlock ended her life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. The grandees prayed and prayed for a miracle to place Sabino on his rightful place on the phone. On phone? On the phone! Hello, Sabino. 118 want to be king. But no miracle came. Queen Lind III ruled from the shadows, getting her way in the council with blackmail and threats. The nobles were terrified, but the peasants considered it a golden age. After 15 years of unquestioned rule, Queen Lind III died peacefully in bed, and the nobles let out a collective sigh of relief. Lind III the Stern. The richest noble is still Tiny Train, who could literally buy the kingdom. Nadokasa is the poorest. You got 100 money? It's alright. Next time it'll be better. I was robbed. Yeah, you kind of were. But it's okay. Train, have you considered buying the kingdom? Have an egg in these trying times. Look at that kingdom's trade. Oh, look at him. Oh, he looks amazing. Look at him. Don't worry, you have your chance at revenge now. You all have your chance at revenge, as this dynasty is now going to come crashing down around me. It's a blank slate. And that means I'm going to try a slightly more difficult reign. Historically, 10 would mean you have about 2 chiefs, a table, and a hut. Please note, he said that last time. I did! I did, but we did incredibly well. Why buy the kingdom when you get a hangover cure beer for free? 4 means death. Alright. Let's go with the coronation right now. Your Majesty, it was an honor to serve your mother, but now it's time for you to wear the crown. As tradition, the council will decide what happens to your coronation. But this is my hair! I mean, my coronation. Yes, it isn't an absolute monarchy, Your Majesty, unlike your great-grandfather. That was an absolute monarchy. Everything runs by the council, even this. Shall we call the nobles in?
Mayhem!
And then there is Bonfi with 18 months. Thank you ever so much. Year and a half. Yay! Thank you ever so much. That is so kind of you. Is this just a copy of our previous one? No. Ooh, I mean, let's not invite foreign dignitaries. I'm gonna veto that one. No. That's a great way to go broke. Fair, I was gonna choose it. Yeah. There is a way to, you know, flog 1,000 money, though. You don't know what your schemes are gonna be yet. But, as is always tradition in my streams, throw me in the river. Dunk the king! Nothing beats tradition if tradition is throwing monarchs. The river is getting wet. Because it's water. Well, once again, throw you in the river. Oh, it begins. And yeet it into the water. Thanks, Tom. How you doing? The king dies. Wouldn't it be great if there was like a 1 in a million event where the king dies in the river? So, let's do the path to victory. Your Majesty, you have some big boots to fill, and with your mother out of the picture, the nobles will be looking for any opportunity to replace you. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I mean, Architect of the Golden Age would be a very easy way to kick things off. I was definitely not hoping the monarch would die. Can't we just build a booth where we throw rocks at a target that drops the occupant in the deep tank of water when it... No. It wasn't even 1 in 10,000 area high, it was 1 in 256. Wait, what happened to your mother's spino? It's gone. What? Why? It just is. Can we see about yeeting the king again? I mean, I'm never going to get the opportunity to flex if you manage to beat the Ashmedian Golem army. Wow. Old age! Yeah, that's not an option, sadly. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's trade as much as possible. There is another ending I haven't got in trade. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your mission is progressing. Good luck, Your Majesty. And now we'll meet the council. Now that you're king, your first duty is to meet the council of nobles. Oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, trade? Darn it. May the ninth god bless... Oh, wait, you picked trade? Oh dear. Trade? Well, I hope our schemes are good. What did you say? I mean, I hope the beans are good. Can't wait for beans. We don't serve beans here. Did I say beans? I meant spleen. I hope my spleen doesn't explode. What's a spleen? Did I say spleen? I meant clean. I must clean my hat. Wait, you want my hat? I won't sell you my hat! And then they start arguing about the hat. Can we offer blood? Schemers. Let's bankroll our trade, reaching 2 or lower! Great plan. Rudolph with the tiny trade bloodline is like, wait, you picked... They picked trade? Oh no, we're in trouble now. Alright, what have we got? Raise stability, raise treasury, lower others' military. Huh. I mean, we can tank stability. Oh, we can tank stability. That should be easy. Note, by the way, this is what the Chiefs did. The Chiefs went for intimidation. Stability. The barons find to hold the king hostage in their own palace. First, you must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. You must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. If someone gets raised authority, then, no, it'll be alright, we'll be fine, cried Whetstone. Vidala of the Samurai crowd is like, they picked trade! This cannot do! Raise authority, lower own defiance, raise own military. Oh boy! Are we gonna... Oh, come on. Are we gonna... We've seen Ragnarok. Are we gonna pick raise authority? That'd be hilarious! It'd be hilarious for sorcery. We haven't seen sorcery. We haven't seen sorcery yet. But apparently we're going for the end of the world. Oh no! It's probably going to be the end of the world, though. No, it's sorcery! The chiefs plan to make a bargain with a wizard. These immortal spellcasters seldom get involved in political squabbles, but perhaps if the king was considered a threat to their autonomy. So I need to tank my stability and my authority. Oh, this'll be fun! Melkor of the Alexa Aranel lineage speaks softly. Oh no, they picked trade! We're the most prosperous kingdom in the whole world! Lower stability, highest faith, raise own farming. Huh. I mean... Subterfuge would actually be a good choice, considering the fact that I have to tank stability. Like, that would be a good one. That'd be a oh yeah, there's absolutely going to be a rebellion at this point. It's going to be amazingly bloody. If you have trade, we have authority, stability, buffoonery, yep. The grandees plan to replace the king's advisors with their own agents. First, you must prove they're doing a bad job. You must lower stability to 4 or less, so I either make yours work or mine's work. Right, well, let's go. Let's tank the kingdom. Tank the kingdom. Tank the kingdom. Tank the kingdom. Alright. Oh, yes. The golden choice is here. Do you want money, everyone? We're going to make the worst decisions. The worst decisions ever. As a tradition, each region offers a selection of elite guards. The chiefs with their most famous warrior heroes. The grandees with their fierce battle nuns. And the barons offer a squad of battle-hardened veteran soldiers. Unfortunately, we can't recruit the martyr veterans. There's been a major scandal. Some of them were making up their military records. The medals are made of tin and the scars are from farming accidents. They won't come to the capital until this blows over. You'll need to pick someone else. What mercenaries do you suggest? A band of fearsome fighters from the Tatterlands called the Battle-Bitten Brethren. They specialize in bodyguard work, but they're costly, and hiring foreigners will betray a lack of confidence in our kingdom's fighters. Well, I think I've made my decision. The foreign mercenaries! I will make the arrangements at once. The Battle-Bitten Brethren arrive a few weeks later. You've never seen such a gang of huge, unpleasant-looking cutthroats, sneering and smirking and cleaning their fingernails with daggers. Your fears are assuaged by their commander, a grey-haired man who calmly explains the service they provide. As long as the coin doesn't run out, they'll sacrifice themselves to the last man on your behalf. Yeah, it's fine! It's good! Oh, bad stuff. Right, here we go. Your Majesty, a young southern monk called Gilderfrith seeks an audience. He's writing a book and has a small request. I can vouch for his seriousness. What kind of book? He wants to write the history of your reign, Your Majesty, so future scholars might delight in tales of your wisdom, I can only assume. Well, Send him in. Thank you for seeing me, Your Majesty. I'm writing a history of your reign, but the research is costly. I was wondering if you might donate a little to our cause. Of course, my good monk. Future generations will thank you, Your Majesty. It was good of you to see him, Your Majesty. I can't wait to read this book. Oh, Gilderfrith is trying to write a complete history of your kingdom. I doubt you'll be ready until long after you're dead. Darn it! Your Holiness, my peasants accuse me of hoarding wealth. Me! Alias, how many traction benches do you have? I mean, you've got some wealth. Worse, they're throwing down their tools and burning their belongings, saying they want to live an aesthetic life and that I should do the same. They want more exercise? No, not athletic, aesthetic, or ascetic rather. They don't want to be pinned down by worldly possessions, but burning them is quite an overreaction. The ringleader of this movement is a philosopher called Ortega. She calls herself the voice of a ninth god. Had the peasants hang on her every word, they're at my door at any moment. I mean, clearly we need to aggressively break up Ortega's meetings. Obviously this is the solution here. Aggressively break up the meetings. Money is the perfect solution here. Money will make it all better. See? Nordicosa's already well on their way to getting everything back. The Barons are like, quick, wait! No! We don't want money, we want stability! And I'm like, well, bleh. Not having any of that. The city watch rushed the next philosophical meeting. Some of the peasants try to fight, but Ortega tells them to stand down to prevent more violence. The grandees are very grateful indeed, though there are rumblings of discontent from the peasantry. To be fine. Oh boy! Right, I recommend everyone vote for F. F is great. Ah, someone banned the sale of jeweled crabs. Marvellous. I mean, you obviously want F. F and, I don't know, B? F and B would be great. You'd be defunding the trade. Because I do need trade. I see people are trying to make the kingdom more stable. And more authority. Huh, well, I mean, if you wanna. I mean, that's your prerogative. Look at me trying to make the kingdom worse. You're like, no, we must make it better. We must improve things. Y'all don't appreciate the comfort of anarchy. I'm not sure there's much comfort in it. Hey, also, I am now broke. Only if your thing got funded. Oh boy! Nothing happened! Bankruptcy looms, eh? Your treasury's almost empty, Your Highness. Where the hell did it all go? I couldn't possibly say, Your Majesty. Perhaps you have been spending a bit too freely. Apart from raising taxes, we have precious few options. You could get a bank loan, or sell off crown jewels, or perhaps crack open a predecessor's tomb. Most are buried with piles of gold, or so I've heard. Time to crack open some tombs! That buried gold isn't doing anyone any good, is it? Time to desecrate some graves! You order the royal mausoleums to dig into and loot it. The result is quite a bounty. Gold masks, heaps of coins, precious jewels. Not everyone is as practical as your treasurer, however. The church denounces you as a grave robber. Nobles and peasants alike are disgusted by your greed. Your Majesty, it's important you find a spouse sooner rather than later. I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What's your preference? Men? Women? Do you not mind? I'm not interested in love. Are you sure, Your Majesty? The nobles will be most upset. Surely it behooves you to look at some options. My mind is made up. Very well, Your Majesty. We will speak no more of marriage. But, Your Majesty, may I ask, why do you refuse to marry? Marriage would weigh me down. I want to party! I see. Far be it from me to question my king. Good luck in the days ahead. You'll need it. Party! 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 Party on! Party on! Come on, people! You want parties, don't you? Dreadful tidings, Your Highness. It's a disaster. Ortega's followers are in a frenzy. They stormed my manor and took it over. I barely escaped. They say Ortega's bringing the sick there to be healed by her powers, if she doesn't burn the place down first. Have Ortega assassinated. We'll just kill them. No one hurts you. No one hurts you. We'll just get them killed. Yay, murder! We've got the money. Just kill them. Perfect. A little assassination is just part of a local flavour. There we go. A little money in the right place sweeps your problem clean away. For now. Far to the north, Chief Frithred sits before a roaring hearth, two enormous wolfhounds lying at her feet. A shadow darkens the door. The hounds whimper and flee, tails tucked between my legs, as a skeletal figure steps into the room, accompanied by the jingling of 1,000 tiny bells. My apologies. I have that effect on dogs. Their ears are so sensitive. Why did you call this meeting? I may be immortal, but my time is still more precious than yours. I thought we might have a common goal. The king has been overstepping his bounds, hasn't he? That's true. The Watch tried to turn me away from my favorite bakery last week, simply because my presence shattered all the windows in a mile's radius. I'll help you. Those fig rolls are worth committing regicide for. But first, you'll need to take care of the bees. Did you say bees? Yes. In the Dreamlands, they call themselves the Dreams of Being, and they're a deadly foe, even for a wizard. Of course, their waking selves just tend to buzz about and pollinate flowers. I want to lose to my chiefs just to see this guy succeed. I've got to be honest. I want to see me fail just so this guy could win. They love all kinds of royalty, protect them from magical threats, but they won't harm non-magical folk beyond the occasional sting. For the next stage of their scheme, you must lower the combined farming of everywhere to 14 or less in 4 seasons. A bakery controls the fate of the kingdom. Oh yes. Would you like some... Would you like a tax thing? Yeah, you could have a slight tax reduction. It's alright, we're good. Invasion, furious followers, a theft. Oh good, these are all great events. Your Highness, that troublesome philosopher Ortega is gone, but her followers are marching on our estates demanding justice. It is the same in the march. They're making her into a martyr. Ask the church to preach forgiveness on all sides is clearly the option we want here. Let's just forgive and forget. I'm ready for politics, my liege. Well, you're getting anarchy. There are no politics here. There is only tomfoolery. Vote N. It's like, no. It's just a little murder. No need to get upset. Mayhem! Oh, this is going awfully. Also, if you have any Twitch Prime subs, you can throw them my way. Greatly appreciated. Anything anybody ever gives me is greatly appreciated. But ask the church to preach forgiveness. The Archbishop gives many long sermons preaching peace and unity to all, but he is less than enthusiastic, and many Southerners are unconvinced. Unrest continues to rumble away. There are rumours of unflattering corn effigies made in the Archbishop's image. It'll be fine! It'll be fine! It won't be fine. Your Greatness, we're being overrun! Not by sword and spear, but by lampreys. A particularly virulent breed of Salish sea lampreys, to be precise. They must have been introduced by a careless trader, but now they're feasting on local fish and there's no natural predators to stop them. The council must do something. Make up a story about them being a Kurth delicacy. Yeah! 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 Actually, just honestly veto that one. Anything else is fine. Oh, it's going to be a train wreck and it's going to be amazing. I need to, for the next reign, when we actually have like a stable person, just not marry anyone and see what happens. It's going to be fantastic. This is going to go horribly wrong. It's going to be glorious. We're going to have the most unstable kingdom. The most unstable kingdom the world has ever seen. Do I want to go for a 60% or do I want to deal with my farming and my trade? You know what? You know what? I'm going to put it to a coin toss. I got a coin right here. If it turns up this one, I'll go C. If it turns up this one, I'll go D. Well, let the culling commence. You put out a call for all the workers in the north to head out for what is known as the Big Fish. Though the northern economy practically grinds to a halt for a fortnight, the lampreys are eventually eradicated. Also theft. Your Highness, this is an outrage. I demand justice. Last week, Chief Mystery Wand shook my hand as a supposed show of reconciliation and stole my family's lucky ring in the process. Gods be good. Nonsense. Rummage through your drawers and I'm sure you'll find the thing. Your Highness, a feud has stood between our families for centuries. Mystery Wand's ancestor hexed my family with a curse of Morgana, turning every second daughter's hair bright blue. That's because his ancestor poisoned our well and killed half our household. Enough. I know Mystery Wand stole my priceless ring. It brings the march great luck and bounty, and my dear cousin is to wear it when they marry. Yeah, the problem with C is that C might end the game completely. I say we go B. We want to see the anarchy, people. See the anarchy. You know, I'm just gonna vote for not getting married again next time if we don't get to see all the cool events.
Yippee!
That's Hermes, by the way, subbing 13 months. Thank you ever so much. That is so kind of you. Thank you. I'm just gonna keep going with not getting married until we see stuff. Can have one stability in a moment. It's gonna be great. It will be disastrous. The loss of our lucky ring will bring ruin upon my family. Gods be good. There's nothing but baseless superstition. Even so, barren golden eulogy's sheep come down with a dreadful disease right afterwards. Tensions rise between the two families, with fights breaking out between their households whenever they visit the capital. That'll be fine. We only have one stability. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be awful.
Mayhem.
In the south,
Yippee!
beneath a scorching sun, Grandy Throwick II is strolling through his vineyard in the company of a few close friends. Hello, Rackenshin. 17 months prime gaming for the Buck Rampage dynasty. For the bankrupt dynasty. It's gonna be awful. Praise be. I've stopped paying taxes and the kingdom's in such a state that the king hasn't even noticed. I will note, if you rebel, I will lose one stability, and the game will literally end. Your rebellion won't actually happen. Indeed, the kingdom is in great jeopardy, and the council is calling for the king's inner circle to resign. We need to increase the pressure. If the king's weak in enough positions, he's got no choice but to bow to our demands. No more interfering spymaster, no more marshal or chancellor or treasurer, a whole new inner circle, all made up of grandees. For the next stage, you must lower authority to 4 or less. Alright, well, these are terrible. You know what? Stop the count. Who wins if we lose all stability? No one, because you have to vote on who becomes the next monarch. An angry mob! Oh, cutting remarks, here we go. Your Highness, I'm fed up with this new Alexa Arenal contraption. Everyone's using it. Nobles, commoners, priests, they're all getting their heads chopped off in the bloody Alexa Arenal. Whatever happened to the good old days, when nobles were beheaded in a good, honest axe, and commoners were hanged like filthy rats? Now there's no dignity in death for the aristocracy. We're treated like peasants. No! Equality means everyone's head gets chopped. Everyone gets their head chopped off. Everyone gets their head chopped off. Chippity chop, clip, chippity choppity. Look, I'm saving the kingdom. I'm also dooming the kingdom. We will start with the king. No, don't worry. The peasants will be well on that. This is all gonna go great. We're shortening the kingdom. Shaving the kingdom. One chopped off head at a time. Don't worry, it's gonna end much sooner than that. By the 9th, when did we start caring about equality? For the common folk, at least, appreciate your fair-mindedness. Criminals start publicly thanking you moments before they rest their heads on me, Alexa Arenal. Angry Bob. One morning, as you make your way to the council hall, a mob of furious peasants surround your carriage. They pelt the windows with rotten fruit and loudly blame you for everything wrong with the kingdom. Down with the king! Poke your head out the window. A well-aimed tomato splats your forehead. You duck back into the carriage and wait for the soldiers to quell the riot. The soldiers have difficulty, however. Arg! Protect the king! Protect the... His words are cut off as he's dragged from his horse and beaten into a fine paste. The growing mob surrounds your stagecoach and begins rocking it back and forth. Your Majesty, make a break for it before they tip the carriage over. We'll stay here and hold them off. The battle-bitten brethren raise their shields and form a ring around you, sheltering you as you scuttle away. Stone rains down like hail, but you make it back to the palace unharmed. Council meeting! This is an outrage, Your Greatness. First riots and looting in the capital, now attacks upon the royal person. Our realm is on the verge of collapse. People are afraid. The rule of law is broken down. The peasants are demanding higher wages and more rights. Aye, but we obviously can't allow that. What should we do? Let's give them everything they want. Declare martial law or round up the rioters and hang... Oh, yes. No. Round them up and hang them. Clearly this is the only solution. Sonia's like, I want to vote A! A's not an option. But I want to scheme. It's alright, you'll have next time. This is going to vote Bosham. Bosham would solve everything. Nothing bad will happen with this. It'll be fine. It's literally the only solution available to us. Wow, say no vote. Your soldiers face heavy resistance from the rioters. Hundreds of your troops are killed. Others desert to avoid fighting their own fellow citizens. But the results are inevitable. Hundreds of peasants' corpses hanging from gibbets, left to rot along the King's Road as a dire warning. Riots die down. The common folk are terrified. But there are fewer peasants to work the fields. Well, I think I've tied up all that. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky over the march, Your Highness. The commoners are claiming it is a terrible omen. The common folk are on the verge of panic. Is there anything I can do? Tell the church to dispel such basal superstitions. The priests of the march preach that the comet is actually a good omen due to a new interpretation of an obscure cluster of stars. Unfortunately, the church is trusted enough in the march that the peasants believe their pastors. The comet is celebrated as a sign of a ninth god's favour. See how I pulled it all out? It's all good. It's good. It's great. It's... oh dear, the stage 1. Deep in the forests of the march, Baron Nebulous Gorm has gone boar hunting with a few of his close friends. Our plans are going better than expected. The spy master thinks that all is well in the kingdom, and while the cat's away, the mice shall play. Cats aren't best at getting rid of mice. You're better off with a terrier. I think you missed the point of mine. Oh, never mind. Our next step is to replace the palace watch with our own agents. Should be easy enough. If the king can't pay them, the watch will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage... okay! So, we need money. So, everyone else, we need to make sure there's money in the treasury. Everyone's on stage 2! Can I have an event? Please? Oh, no! Oh... murder! My father, Chief Chentretto, has been murdered! And I know who did it! It was Grandy, the hidden boss by the old gods. Don't let him deny it! I won't deny that I killed the venerable Chief Chentretto, but it was no murder. Chentretto agreed to an honourable duel, which I won. Gods be good, it was no duel! It was a cold-blooded killing! What reason would my father possibly have to do you in the first place? The reason for any duel is between the challenger and the challengee. A private matter, not fit for this council. Whoa. Well... A duel is a duel! Let the accused go free. Accused go free. Nothing to see here, capiche? I'm the best monarch! I'm the best monarch there ever monarched. I'm the worst monarch. What if I still somehow manage to win? This won't happen. Everyone's like, yeah, this is good. We totally agree. So about the cock we choose. You would let the murderer walk loose? Even after he admitted right to this council chamber? Gods be good! I'm glad the council respects the duelist code. Once agreed upon, a duel cannot be rescinded. Thank you for preserving our southern traditions, Your Highness. That'll be fine. It's not fine. None of it's fine. Your Majesty, our mutual friend Baron Faramir has discovered a nest of crawlers on a new tract of Marcher farmland. Naturally, we grandees recommend that he fill the tunnels immediately, lest they spread to the other regions and endanger our crops. But Faramir refuses to do so. Peasants have gone missing, Your Highness. These crawlers are much more dangerous than they appear. Legends speak of crawlers living in great cities beneath the soil, taking the weak to be consumed. We should leave the land to them. They're not to be trifled with. Tell me more about these crawlers. Horrible cow-sized worms that live under the earth, with tiny, clacking legs like centipedes. They're rare but formidable foes. They turn up unpredictably and attack whatever they find before retreating back into the earth. Nothing a well-organized troops can't handle, I'm sure. Let's assemble the council. Thank you, Your Majesty. Abandon the fields? Oh, we could send someone into the tunnels to investigate. Come on, you want to send some people into the tunnels, right? Send people in. Send people in. Make friends with the worm people. Worms. I have piqued your curiosity with worms. I must quote that. Is that how you spell that word? Ah, with an A. Fair enough. There we go. Wait. I didn't spell quote correctly. Darn it. It's alright. I've got it. There we go. Send someone in there. Very well. Who shall we send on this most unfortunate mission? This is a serious matter. Send for a wizard. You send messages to search for a willing wizard, but you anticipate it will take some time before one is found. As you wait, more and more peasants go missing down the mysterious tunnels. It'll be fun. Oh dear, wait, that happened. Yeah, I predicted that would happen. Well, it'll be fine. It won't be fine. Your Majesty, we may have a problem in North, though I'm not sure how much of a problem yet. I don't pay you to be unsure of things. I am very seldom sure of things, Your Majesty, except that anyone sure of everything is surely a liar. What I know is this, but all is in the middle of a famine. The peasants are starving in their hovels. Even most of the chiefs are eating bread and drinking water. But Chief PGW is the exception. He is one of the wealthiest nobles in the north, and he's been importing corn from Taverlin in huge quantities. He's distributing it among the peasants for free. Nice to see nobles doing something good for once. The common folk now love him as a result. All across the north, peasants are comparing Chief PGW to their king. The comparison is very unflattering to you. I don't know if Chief PGW intended for this to happen, but the common folk, and even some of the soldiers, are talking about rising up and putting him on the throne. But that's where I sit! Indeed it is, Your Highness. Then what do you suggest I do? Order him to stop distributing food. It's harsh, but it'll nip this in the bud. Or you could use your own funds to mount a relief effort and make it look piddly in comparison. Of course, you need council approval either way. I will let him continue. GPDW continues to distribute corn to Taverlin. The peasants, no longer on the brink of starvation, can focus on ploughing the fields. Meanwhile, even the nobles gossip about how PGW succeeded where the king failed. That'll be fine. It won't be fine. Oh boy, won't it be fine! That's all good, don't worry about it. Just tank the kingdom some more. It'll be good. You honestly don't need to fund F. Maybe we could fund B? B would be nice so that there isn't a horrendous rebellion. I mean, let's be honest, we have a bigger problem. The problem is that I don't have any money. Spend, barons! Trade and farming going down is fine, I suppose. Fund bees! No, don't fund the bees! You have the perfect amount of money. No, I don't. Looks like we are... Oh my word, who put 15k into the deer park? Looks like we've got a deer park! Oh dear, oh dear! Rumors? Oh dear, every single event is about all of your schemes. Your Majesty, I've heard some disconcerting whispers among Baron Megadostor of the Marsh. He's been discreetly offering coin to the Palace Watch. Just gifts, he says. Gifts of enough coin to retire with. My honor guard will keep me safe. True, the Palace Watch aren't exactly elite warriors, but they're your early warning system. If they were Lords of the March, the Barons could sneak a whole battalion in there. What's he playing at? The Palace Watch have been grumbling about their low wages recently. If we don't give them a raise, their bribes will look very appealing. Fortunately, we can't give them anything the Treasury low as it is. We need to make this matter to the Council, Your Majesty. My honor, you don't have a shred of proof of any of this. Don't make me laugh. I trust the rest of the Council will join me in scorning these lies. Take emergency measures to boost the Treasury. Gotta boost that Treasury. Gotta get that money in. Gotta do that. Gotta get that coin. That moolah. That sweet money stuff. More money. No, we did that once. It was a thing. Jitters, how did it work? Didn't work at all, was it? I tried to suplex away the problem, but it was just too much money. Thought so. Just too much money. It was too much money. Whew. ordered the mint to produce more coins. The sudden rise in inflation causes food prices to rise enough. Oh yeah, we actually did print more money. Never mind. Most of the extra cash goes straight to the Palace Watch. Hopefully this will buy their loyalty. Yay! Meanwhile, Your Highness, an update on your search for a wizard to deal with the crawler problem. A very small update, unfortunately. We received only a single reply from the wizard Gordius. He says to leave the Varga alone if you know what's good for you, and to not contact him again about the issue. Shall I send a reply, Your Majesty? Thank him for the warning. The Chancellor nods, then leaves the room. If a wizard can't magic you out of this one, you'll need another solution for these Varga, and soon. Well, that faction check, please. You are chiefs. You want to lower farming right now. Your Highness, you must have noticed that the kingdom's not exactly doing very well. Not your fault, mind you. You're being led astray. By whom? The spy master, perchance, and the treasurer of the marshal, all these unelected figures whispering in your ear. Who appointed them? Can you trust them? They're doing the best. You need the southern grandees to advise you. Your current advisors lack honor, chivalry, and piety. The ninth god doesn't favor those who conduct themselves so brutishly. I doubt the other regions would like that. Let us worry about the other regions, Your Highness. We'll bring them round. Just promise to think about what I said. A few moments after Grandee Throwaker slipped out the throne, your Chancellor barged in looking flustered. The other advisors followed behind. Your Majesty, the Grandees have been spreading rumours about me and your other advisors. What have these... what have they been saying? They said I'm skimming from the treasury. They've accused me of being a deranged old bat with an unquenchable thirst for blood. Me? I'll kill them all! That's kind of proving their point, isn't it? Yes, it kind of is. I won't repeat what they said about me. It hurt my feelings. Why would they do something like this? It's an attempt to turn the nobles against us. Trouble is, it's working. The council's demanding our resignation. I don't know how much longer we can weather this storm, Your Majesty. You're not exactly in the strongest position. If the council wants us gone, we'll be gone within the next few months unless you do something about it. Call a vote and get the council back on our side. Order the Grandees to apologize for spreading ugly rumors. Come on, we need this. I mean, it's not going to help that much, but we... Oh, this is going to go awfully wrong. It's like, you come up here right now and say that you're sorry. Alright. My king just wants to party. I just want to party. I've not even had a single opportunity to party. It's sad. Yeah, you made the Spy Master cry. As public council session, Grandee Throwaker is brought before your inner circle of thoughts grudgingly to apologise. But the rumours continue to swirl. Only time will tell if it was enough. It was not. Somewhere in the march, Baron Nebuloscorn sits at a banquet. Gnawing on a greasy chicken leg, he and his fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. Some of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The king is paying the palace watch well enough for their loyalties can't easily be swayed. And I've heard that trade's gotten worse, and that the Grandees are going to do things. No, not yet. We can't make a move until we're sure we won't be discovered. Lower the treasury! Meanwhile, in the south, Grandee Throwaker has invited his closest associates to his manor house. Some wine and cheese and treason. Oh, good old cheesin'. The ninth god has finally answered our prayers, my friend. The council demands that the king's advisors resign, and the king is too weak to resist. Our replacements are waiting in the wings. Once our advisors surround the king, we'll have complete control over what he hears. We will shape his reality. We'll treat the king like a mushroom, keep him in the dark and feed him... Now, let's not be vulgar. The question is, what should we do with this control? I mean... A is fun. Being a useless figurehead king is quite amusing. B is also funny. We'll see how high they want it to be. This could be an instant win for the Grandees, by the way. You might regret winning. You might regret winning. Once you've taken over the king's inner circle, we'll convince him to abdicate. For the good of the kingdom, of course. Of course. And appoint our claimant in his place, I presume. Indeed. Will the other regions be furious? Not if they despise the current king. They'll welcome a new monarch in open arms, even if it's a southerner. Well... the others need 12. So, guys, you need to reduce your... we need to reduce this. Not an instant win. Up in the north, Chief Thrithgood and the Wizard Brisk are enjoying a grand feast together. Any glassware has been carefully replaced with ceramics. The kingdom is still absolutely teeming with bees. Buzzing, buzzing, buzzing. I can't get away from it. Oh, it hurts my skull. Brisk groans, and the oaken table splits down the middle like a tree struck by lightning. Please, just give me a few more months. By Morgana's cauldron, I won't let you down. See that you don't. Skull aches make me irrational. The chiefs aim to lower all the region's combined farming to 14 or less. Well, I think a good old-fashioned tax break is in order for all of you. I mean, that does mean that your scheme goes ahead. Don't care at this point. At this point, you actually don't want to rebel. Like, I will just say this. You don't want to rebel. Because the Grandees are probably going to win without a rebellion. And you might win without a rebellion, Barons. Everyone's probably going to win at this point. Like, really... By the way, if, why are you rebelling? That is a really silly idea, Grandees. You're about to win. Rebelling risks you losing. And if the Barons rebel, the Grandees instantly win. So don't do that. Of course, your majesty refuses to get married, against my advice. There's one other thing you're missing, however. Something even more important than a spouse. An heir. You need someone young, whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do a trick. You know what? An illegitimate child somewhere. The church won't be happy, but they're just as keen to avoid a civil war as we are. They'll legitimize them without a fuss. I'll meet with the Archbishop tomorrow. Alright, the crawler problem! It's been many moons since we sent the wizard to deal with the crawlers on the Baron's land, and none have answered the call. We must act before this menace spreads to other regions. Peasants disappear and sinkholes swallow villagers whole, while Faramir hides in his castle and does nothing. Belligerent fool. Imagine their retaliation if we anger them directly. I would rather abandon my estate. I mean... We could fight them. We could fight them. However, evacuate everyone in the area, including the peasants. It scuppers me, but it also prevents the Grandees. I'll tank this kingdom so that I can boogie! Gotta get my boogie time in. Boo-boo-doo-doo-doo. Shake that royal dairy, yeah, do-do-do-do. It does, but... All those living near the tunnels are steadily relocated, including Baron Faramir and his family. Look at how great our kingdom is plummeting. The land is completely abandoned to the crawlers. After a while, it will surely fall into lead. It'll be fine. It will be fine. It's gonna be awful. Murder! Grandee the Hidden Boss has been murdered in his own home. I think you'll find, noble Grandee, that the Hidden Boss met his unfortunate end in a duel. Comes with the territory, I suppose. A duel? There was a knife in his back. Indeed, my opponent facing away was a peculiar strategy. Do something, Your Majesty! This is clearly Chief Tranchetto II's unlawful vengeance for his father! I mean, Grandee Mad Steve clearly has no evidence. We should obviously let him go free, right? Backstab duels are the best duels ever. Yeah, clearly. Gotta respect the backstab duel. Exactly, gotta respect the backstab duel. This is the safest way we have to duel. It's right up there with the massive armed squad of mercenaries. I can't wait until duels are huge sweeping army attacks for the cover of darkness. It's my favourite type of duel. Pure favoritism! Us Grandees no honourable duels, and this was no honourable duel! Oh, shut your pie hole, or might I challenge you to an unexpected duel, late at night, in your bedchambers. Perhaps this is the best. Murder among nobles was always lightly encouraged, but hidden and unregulated. Now it's legal! Meanwhile! Luck is with us, my friend. The palace watch are in our pocket. They took our money gladly. The kingdom can barely afford to pay for a living wage. Music to my ears. Superthrow will be ours. Indeed it will. But we now must plan our next steps. I think A is probably your best chance of victory. That's a thing. So, deal with authority. This is all going wrong. Told you it would. Told you it'd all go wrong. Over the next few months, now our troops infiltrate the capital, disguised as beggars. At my signal, they'll gather and storm the palace in the dead of night. The bribe watch will open the gates. Our soldiers will murder the king in his bed and have our claimant on the throne before sunrise. Ruthless, I like it. What are the chiefs and the grandees? They'll call us usurpers and rise in revolt. Not necessarily. If a king's rule is weak enough, we can persuade them to accept anything. 2 or less! You could do that! Meanwhile, up in the north, Chief Thrithland and the Wizard Bruzg enjoying a grand feast together. And the glassware has been replaced by ceramics.
Well done. The endless buzzing is much quieter now. You have served me well.
My thanks, great wizard. Now shall we discuss how to overthrow this troublesome king?
Can I go to get a pan au chocolat first?
I brought a pan au chocolat here.
Truly, this is the greatest of schemes. Can I also have a cinnamon swirl?
You can have all the cinnamon swirls you like once the king has been dealt with.
Okay.
Oh, raise trade! Oh no! We're gonna get the bees ending! I think we're in trouble! Oh no! I think the Chiefs have it! They voted trade! Oh no! Now it's my turn to say that! So, you know that meme of the pilot being like, I'm a genius, oh no? It's like, trade! Oh no!
Worse than death. It can be done, but I will require an additional fee. Enough gold to sink a galleon, perhaps. That's a good start.
Acts of my ancestors. I thought we'd already sealed the deal.
As a wizard, I'm the one who gets to decide when the deal is sealed. Sorry, that's just the way it works.
Raise their trade to at least... Oh, I've got to be honest. I want to see this happen. I want to see the bees ending happen. It's gonna be great. Ooh. I'm ready to throw for wizardry. I'm ready to throw for wizardry. I want to see what happens. Chief Orlane rushed into the council chamber, breathless and in disarray. Upon my honor, you look like you haven't slept in weeks. That's because I've been placed under a curse. Look, my hair's falling out in chunks. By the ninth god, get away from me. It was one of my common folk. I saw it in her eyes. She's an evil witch. Oh, look! Have the accused be sent to the south to relax. Wait, does that improve the south's trade? Wait, does that improve the south's... I think that improves the south's trade. Oh, it probably would improve the south's trade. Oh, no, that doesn't work. Oh, boo. Hover over it. That doesn't tell you. It's alright, you can vote for it anyway. I don't think it would have a down arrow if it lowered North's trade. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't tell you. I mean, we can try it. I want to see the wizard ending. I want to see this. I want to see what happens when the Skull Wizard curses me so that he can get to his bakery. I want to see it. He's such a wholesome skeleton. He is. He just wants to get a bagel. Aye, aye, that would be wonderful. Change of pace and fresh air, perfect. Wonderful. Be sure to bring plenty of coin. Yeah. It raises your trade. Alright. Comet sighting. A blood-red comet was spotted in the night sky. The natives are claiming it's a terrible omen. Well, obviously, church, deal with that. The priests of the south preach the comet is actually a good omen. Of course it is. We've had this happen before. Literally in this rain. Can I have some partying, please? Oh, you know what? Another golem has appeared. It's the third golem. It's our chance to figure out how they work. The barons could drown their own grandmothers to gain it. I mean, they've done it again. It's the third time running here. Silly golems. I mean... the only one we're not going to allow is this one. We haven't seen C yet. That is true. We haven't seen C. By all means, do C. Take it apart. Figure out how it works. Watch it explode. I want a party. No one's letting my guy party. He just wants to dance the rain away. But everyone tries to stab him in the face. The secrets of the golems have been a mystery for too long. I'll put our very best artisans to work figuring it out. A few weeks later, Baron Area High 1-2 reports back with a gleeful smile. It's slow going, my liege, but we're getting somewhere. In a few months, I think we'll have cracked it. I have not got married, no. I have not. Alright. First time I've had that happen. Alright, can we have a cool party event? Oh, that's not cool party events. Your Majesty, this year we'll be holding the Winter Feast in my clan hall. It'd be an honor if you could attend. Sure. Can't wait. It's a special time of year. Alright. Golem secrets. We've cracked it, my liege. Golems are powered by scrolls imbued with the words of Caldevarga, the Ashmedian machine god. We could build golems of our own, but we need to pray to Caldevarga too. Need I even say it? Heresy! Heresy! Yeah, it's pretty heretical. It's pretty bad. It's not good. Hmm. You know what? Let's do it. Let's do it! Let's do it! Let's have magic golems! We are the party king and we will have our golems! They will fight wars and they will serve me tea and they will be called Bellagio. They will all be called Bellagio. All the ones I see anyway. Party golems, exactly! I like that one person went, no. No, we've got to restrict them. I don't want them at all. Party golems. The church takes a massive hit when such heresy is allowed openly in the march. More and more common folk drift away from the ninth god. Meanwhile, dozens of church factories are built in Caldevaga's name, and soon marcher armies are bolstered by untiring clay giants. The more beasts. You know, we have beast attacks happening. They're really big and nasty, and it's just like last reign where they were powered by magic. We have to deal with this. Well, is there a way to boost your trade? Is there a way to boost your trade? Oh, there's no way to boost your trade here. No. However, we could always instruct the Northerners to seek refuge in the Ninth God's churches. I present this vote, but my liege, there is only one choice on this. Exactly. Please vote. There is a booth for that option, and a booth for the other options. That's just the door, sir. But yes, you either vote or you don't. This kingdom's going to be a mess by the time I'm done with it, but we are going to get our bees. We're going to get this bakery. The Archbishop instructs all churches across the north to open their doors to refugees fleeing the attacks. They are more than glad for the assistance. Over time, the beasts withdraw. The Northerners are grateful for the church's help, with many finding a new place in their hearts for the God and his disciples. Alright, come on. Okay, alright. Grand Bazaar. There's a Grand Bazaar here. I want to see 10 in trade. I want to see it. Also, we really don't want to have, like... I want to see the bees. Oh no, we're going to end up with 3 authority. This is going to be real bad. Oh no. But I want the bees. Bees. If someone could donate, like, if someone could donate, like, 1,000 to A, that'd be real good. Like, 1,000 to A. There we go! Yeah! No! Did someone just donate a bajillion to B? To D? Oh, no. I want to get killed by bees! But I want the bees! I do! Oh no, we are skirting a problem here. Alright. Famine? Your heir. Ooh! My heir! We finally have an heir. Should I die, I ask that my legitimized natural-born daughter. Sure. The assembled nobles break out in polite applause. Though the common folk may lose some faith in the church, seeing their king's extramarital adventures being forgiven so easily. My liege may be the first to congratulate you. I'm Lind 5 or whatever, it's fine. Congratulations on finding an heir. Also, new gods! Your greatness, I've come to thank you and the Ninth Church for your kindness during the so-called season of claws. Never thought I'd say it, but I'd be glad for their help. The creature's attacks have eased. I can only imagine why, but I thank the gods for it. Old and new. All the day's work and all that. Once the chiefs have bowed their head to leave, the Archbishop quickly leans in. Your Majesty, we're presented with a golden opportunity to expand the Church's influence. We should capitalize on their goodwill immediately. I mean... I'm not bothered either way. I really want... it's basically a challenge of, can we lower authority? Can we keep authority high enough so that we can get farming? What will go up first? Trade to 10 or authority to 2? I get the feeling it's going to be authority to 2. Leave us alone, throws a badger at the Archbishop. The Church decides against kicking the Hornet's Nest, or the Sleeping Bear as the case may be. You reason the Ninth Church will judge them accordingly in the thereafter anyways. Alright, famine. Hello, Your Majesty. I've travelled all the way to North to beg you to do something about the price of grain. I can't afford to feed my family. A day of back-breaking work is enough for a day's worth of bread. She's right. The grain price of North is beyond all control. Greedy merchants rake in profits while the common folk starve. Encourage the North to put alternate food sources. We'll give it a go. It might, but I've got to try. Maybe this will flourish. Maybe trade will flourish. It would be a pleasure to attend your noble court. Hello, Levine. I mean, I've never so much wanted a 60% vote to happen. You can't eat grain, eat bakery goods. I recommend donuts. You issued an emergency missive urging merchants in the North to stock inventive grain replacements. Sawdust, powdered wood lice, lichens, scraped, bone meal cattle, bone meal human, possibilities are endless. Unfortunately, the Northern merchants think you're joking and refuse to accept your suggestions. Darn it! Looks like we have a Baron's win. It's alright. We tried. We tried. You know what, everyone? Oh. Can't do that. Can do this, though. Your ambition. Bankruptcy looms, meeting your obligations. Oh, it's the end of the season. This is the Baron's bugged scheme. What? At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be an architect of a new golden age. You've succeeded on that front. The king has never been more prosperous. Well done, your majesty. To shut down the noble scheming for good... That's unfortunate. The Scepter of Sages is what we've seen. We haven't done... We'll do that one. The Scepter of Sages. That's weird. It checks stability? Meeting your obligations, though. Honoured King, it's a deepest regret must tender my resignation and return the tattlers with my troops. As you cannot adequately pay us our fees, we consider our protection null and void. Alright then. The mercenaries bow low and promptly leave. You have to run replacements as soon as you can. Well, let's see if we can get trade up to 9, shall we? Bankruptcy looms. I could just print more money. Oh, I could just print more money, make more coins! No! More money! No! Nothing bad happens when this happens! Free money! Right, let's see if we can get the chiefs up. I'm going to ignore that. I hope this fails. Your Majesty, the creatures are ravaging the countryside. They are Urthrandir. Bless you. Urthrandir, your greatness. People of the north turned to horrible creatures through ancient ritual. We're beasts. You've got to be joking. I'm afraid not, your Majesty. The Urthrandir, they're fanatics. They attack us because we believe we turned against our gods. They wish to see our influence in the north, ninth god, completely eradicated. The Archbishop is incensed, but you calm him with a wave of your hand. A vote must be called. I mean... we could send monster hunters! We could send monster... We've got money! No! Money! We have money! Paid for with funny money! We've done C before. We've actually done C before. We know what happens with C. We haven't done B. We haven't done B. Get it? Yeah. The game's solo win, so I guess I'll take the money. I want to get the B's ending. It's time for a group of professionals to handle this. You assemble the finest hunters money combined, set them not loose on this Uthrandir. For many moons, you nervously wait their return. Till one morning, you're working hurriedly and ushered downstairs to the council chambers. On the table are assortment of ghastly heads of various states of decay, each of a different animal. The creatures have been dealt with, you are told, and the north is safe from their terror once again. New festival! Your Majesty, I was going through the history books and found the most interesting tidbit. During the reign of Queen Aga, the kingdom had held a huge parade in honour of all the regions coming together. It was called the Day of Kinship, and it was quite a party. A festival, you say? Lots of drinking and dancing? Yes, but it wasn't just that. With all the visitors coming to the capital, the city flourished. I hear it made things much more harmonious across the kingdom too. I suggest we reinstate the Day of Kinship. I never need a reason for a party. Let's do it! Wonderful, Your Majesty. The question is, how much money will you spend on the Day of Kinship? I'm sure the nobles will have opinions on the subject. Money is no object! Only the finest parade for the crown! Party! 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 We've got money! We'll spend it! It'll be fine! Spend all the money! We have monopoly money! Let's use it! Throw it everywhere! You love the money! Nothing bad's gonna happen because of this. It's all gonna be fine. Everyone will be happy. Use it or lose it, pretty much. Fiscal irresponsibility, hooray! What could possibly go wrong? Nothing will go wrong. The treasurer looks worried, but scribbles down the notes. Still walkers, contortionists. Excellent, I'll make the arrangements directly. She and the Chancellor leave deep in conversation. Soon, word of the Day of Kinship spreads across the kingdom. Guests are already planning their outfits. I don't want to do this. I don't want to win. No. It doesn't matter if you vote to rebel. I have to click this. Can I fail, please? Your Majesty, I have the most exciting news. Our hired adventurers have discovered the ancient manuscript hidden beneath the mountains. It speaks of a scepter of sages. Well, if Queen Alba were here, I'd give her a piece of my mind. It's in a ward of caves. Let's go find it! "90%! Most delightful news, Your Majesty. The adventurers have found a golden door beneath the forest which matches the description. Wonderful! Let's go. I don't want to win. That's me. I could totally do this. I tried to tank the kingdom. How did I get here? How am I about to win? Alright. We're going to go into that cave, everyone. And I hope to fail. I hope to fail. How have you to snatch defeat? You've snatched defeat from the jaws of defeat. Watch it be Linda the Lucky. Alright. We found it's not going to be a high chance, this. 50%! Okay, let's fail. Breathe. Oh no, I failed! What a shame! Don't worry, Your Majesty. Maybe if we go back and pat the powers and pray for guidance. It's alright, we'll be fine. Oh, why are you voting to rebel? Oh. We wanted to see the bees! Also, you don't actually win that way. Because someone else has to form a rebellion, not you. What honor guard? We don't have one. So it's still on. As long last, the grandees have reached their boiling point. The ninth god has judged you unworthy, pretender to the throne, and the grandees of the south have listened. We will rise up to fight for Melkor, the true king. This is a formal declaration of war. Well, I could just put your head on a spike and reduce authority to 0, thus losing instantly. But instead I will seize you and kill you. Come along now, traitors get the chop. What? But you can't do this, I'm the envoy! See? How the king's tyranny grows worse by the day? And sloop. I didn't expect to move so boldly, Your Majesty. How did it get this bad? Well, you know, you've kind of been a rubbish monarch, really. It's alright, we've never won a rebellion yet, it'll be fine. Put it this way, Your Majesty, everyone in the palace who understands the situation has wet themselves. Oh, good! Great, we're in serious trouble. Oh boy! Glory awaits, Mad Steve 79. Our forces, time for a duel! Our forces will soon march across the river Rustwater in the march, and after that, it's a clear road to the capital. A river crossing is dangerous for any army. We could do something unexpected. Build rafts downstream? By all that's holy, what cowardice is this? If we take the main bridge and fortify it, we'll control half the march. Yes, if. I urge caution. I mean, you got choices here. I mean, you're making it a little more likely we might do something. We need to keep authority going. You can certainly try. Just counter with Steve's unnatural weakness. Natural weakness. Lava! Rank cowardice. That's our decision. The Gandhis cross the river downstream on primitive rafts. They're able to get close to the capital while avoiding ambush by the barons. But the peasant folk whisper that the Grandees are afraid of the king's loyalists. This kingdom is blackened by faithlessness and dishonor. The ninth god is weeping for what we've become. Okay, gotta be honest, you're probably gonna win this anyway, but if we can prolong it and get the bees. King Lindforth, the mad tyrant. Alas, you're right. We have no choice but to raise our banners, march on the capital, and install a better ruler. Someone like the mobile Melkor. But first, you must work on our opening move. Launch a preemptive strike? If you suspect the barons may join our cause, we could also call upon the church. I mean, the church will probably work. I'd go for the church one, because it's very fun. I'm going for fun here. You're gonna win anyway. It's just a question of how well you win. Oh, they're going for the assassinate king thing. Come on. Come on, go for the church. Go bee for the bees! To be fair, we will see an assassin with no guard. It'll be fun. Thank you for meeting me on such short notice.
The sum you offered piqued my interest.
Wait, are you that wizard who's made of skeletons that bones that wants to go to the bakery?
No, I mean, Maybe. Look, I really just want a loaf of bread. A really good one. And if it means I have to literally assassinate the king, I will totally do it. I will too.
You understand why the sum is so high, though?
Yes, you want me to assassinate the man that hates the bakery down on Varland Street.
The bakery on where?
Nothing. I'm not a wizard. It's no trouble. I am totally a child of the Viper. If you have the gold and you want a man dead, he is totally dead.
Get it done.
Doop-de-doo, off to go to murder them with a sword.
Oh! D! What happens if we get the bazaar up to okay! What happens if we get the bazaar up to 10? What happens? All money on the bazaar! Oh, this is gonna be interesting! D, spend everything! What happens? I don't know who wins! Oh, I think I know who wins. Oh, but no. Enemy schemes are postponed during rebellions, I think. I don't know. We'll find out. Enemy scheme. Your scheme is postponed. I don't think this one is. We'll find out. It's science.
Taking the body from them so I can... Oh, wait, maybe I actually can do this.
Yeah, my scheme is postponed. The rebel schemes are postponed. Will this ensure victory? For the Baron, for the Chiefs.
Doop-de-doo.
Worse than death! Yes! The wizard gets what he wants! I die! Yes!
Finally, I get to have my bakery.
We get technical victory. Yeah, the Barons would have won. The Barons would have won. I give it to you, the Barons would have won already. But a bug happened, so instead you get to see this. Oh, no! That's it. That's it. No rebellion to shut down. I lose. The sun is setting, but you're still at your desk sorting through paperwork. You never knew being king would involve so much reading. As you stamp yet another document with the king's seal, you notice something. Your window has developed a spider web of fractures, as though smacked by a giant's fist. You look out to see a hideous skull-faced figure in robes, flanked by Chief Fritland and Veleda, the chief's claimant to your throne.
Hello, Your Majesty.
Surprised to see us?
I suppose this is how it ends.
It's unfair, isn't it? Using magic almost feels like cheating. I'd feel guilty about it later, after my coronation. At least I got to party. Oh, you totally did. With trembling hands, Veleda reaches out and plucks the crown from your head. Suits you, Your Highness. Now let's leave this sorry king to his fate. The new queen and her loyal servant depart, leaving you alone with the wizard. You could hear the distant ringing of 1,000 bells.
You shall become one of my bronze choristers.
Rist lifts a bronze bell, a bell without a clapper inside. They ring it, and a throbbing wave of silence knocks you to the floor. You feel your soul slipping from your body, sucked up inside the empty bell. You watch in horror as your body, discarded, falls to the floor, a lifeless corpse.
Sing for me, little bell. Ding-a-ling-a, sing for me. I mean, look on the bright side. You do live forever like this, so in a way, you have eternity now. It's sort of interesting in a way. Eventually, the entire kingdom will turn to dust, and you will still live. Positives.
Risk shakes the bell, and you realise that you are the clapper. You bang wildly on the bronze walls, and your thoughts are replaced with endless peals of tinny noise. Dig dog, dig dog. It's enough to drive anyone mad, that constant noise. It's all you can hear. All you could think. Ringing, ringing, forevermore. Perhaps you'll get used to it. After all, you have eternity. Ding, 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 ding. Hang on, gotta add that. How many dings are there? How many dings are there? I must add them. How many dings? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 19. Right, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 19. Wonderful. The Baron's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered and a number of arrests were made. Baron Nebulous Gorm ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. Sorry. No. That's me, not the guy. The Grandees, led by Hidden Boss the Two, launched a rebellion that accomplished nothing besides distracting the king while cunning schemers took the throne. With King Lig's soul now in Brisk's collection, Queen Valeda was crowned. None dared challenge her succession, fearing the wizard's wrath. But the whims of the wizards are fickle, and it's soon obvious that Valeda could not rely on her magical ally.
Do you want to know the best part of this story, chat? I can now go to my bakery. Oh, the delights that they have. They have cakes. They have little, like, cupcakes. And they have frosting on them. And there's loads of slices of gâteau. And there's croissants and so many pastries. And the fig rolls. Oh, the fig rolls. Isn't that right, King Lyn the Fourth? You know, if you're nice, I might not ring you all the time.
King Lyn the Fourth, the grave robber. Hey, that's an ending. I'm sorry, Barons, you got robbed. You get the victory, really, but the consolation prize is we got to see that ending, and it was glorious. As soon as I saw that skeleton, I'm like, yeah, the next kingdom's totally gonna have inflation problems. Have fun with that, Chiefs. He lived as he lived. You're still super rich. I suppose getting this hands on this dusty old skeleton was an omen of things to... It was. Kingdom's not looking so hot right now. Kingdom ain't looking so hot. And that will be next time, folks. That was let's be honest, folks. Let's be honest. That was hilarious. The Baron should have won, but didn't because of a bug. But that was hilarious. Like, I'm very happy that we got to see something fun. It was worth going broke for. Oh, that's the thing. If we get a little bit of cooperation and it gets... Like, either way, I was going to lose to the assassin or I was going to lose to the bees. The Grandees rebelled to give the Chiefs a chat. I'm going to take that as the story. Again, I blame the wizard. He wanted that role. He's like,
yes, I'm the one that bugged the game.
That also ruined my throat doing the wizard's voice. I'm not going to give him that voice next time. Thanks very much, Smithfield. Also, you won despite everything. I almost won. That's true. I had a coin toss to win. Also, but I wouldn't have won because the Barons, the Grandees thing was bugged. Like, they'd have won anyway. But thank you all ever so much, everyone, for being here. You're all absolutely fantastic and amazing and brilliant and wonderful. And I couldn't do what I do without you, and I wouldn't want to do what I do without you. You are the heart and soul of my community. You are the reason I can do what I do, and there are a couple of things I need to quickly talk about before we conclude. Starting off with ding, 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 ding. Oh, that's going to be one that's going to be quoted a lot. If the king had won, that would have been really silly. First off, there is my website, kikoska.com. You can check out all kinds of things there, including my schedule. We've sent you dust on. You can also find links to my comparable Bulgarian Hope. Then there is my Discord, where you can join a large and thriving community, which I'm often a part of. There's loads of places to talk about stuff, loads of emotes based on Let's Plays that choose past and present, and if you link your Twitch and Discord together and you sub to your Twitch, you can use the Twitch emotes on Discord, which is awesome. Then there is my Patreon, where you can pledge to support me and do what I do. as though we Let's Play a stream where I sit behind paywalls, but there's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes you typically do not see, including but not limited to all the editing, compression, and test streams and test recordings and everything that makes all what I do a reality. And in these times I do rely on the people that pledge to me to make all what I do possible. Those that do not only get a different coloured name on Discord and my deep and sincere thanks, you also get the ability to put name suggestions forward for the Patreon suggested shortlist that gets voted on by the wider community. No problem, Ada. Then there is my YouTube channels. First, Kikoskia, my 16-year, 10,000 video strong Let's Play channel. I'm so old. No problem, Ghidorah. Glad to entertain. And then there is my Twitter. No, wait, no, there is Kikvodskia, sorry. Blech. Kikvodskia, my newer VOD-focused channel. That I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subs, and Kikoskia to 100,000 subs. And both of them like engagement, and that is liking and commenting the videos, and subbing if you're not, and if you are, sub press that bell for those notifications. And there's Sonia. No problem. Glad to entertain. There's also my Twitter. There we go. And my Mastodon, Instagram, Blue Sky, Discord, and the community tab on YouTube. There you can get notifications on when I start streaming and my Let's Play videos go live and all kinds of random other stuff. Okay, people. Sonia, you need to do fan art. Don't, but if you're busy. But fan art of that wizard with all their bells sat outside a little bakery in a little chair eating their fig rolls and looking real happy. Like, yeah. You just have Taggy being there. Hey, would you want your cupcake? And it's like,
Yes, I would love a cupcake.
there's also my throne wish list, where you can put money towards getting me things that fill me with joy. There's not a lot on there right now. There's only a small little silly thing that is awesome and silly. Hang on, I've got a notification. Yeah, about other stuff. But you can make suggestions for things that go on there, using the suggestions section. I'll just be swimming in my Scrooge McDuck money bin. You have a Scrooge McDuck money bin. I wonder if there is an event if you have like 20k money where you just buy the kingdom. Finally, there was me thanking all of you, because seriously, you are all absolutely fantastic and amazing and brilliant and wonderful, and I could not do what I do without you, and I wouldn't want to do what I do without you. You are the heart and soul of my community. You make it all possible. I've never been happier than when I am entertaining all of you, even if it is me purposefully trying to sabotage my kingdom and make silly things happen, because silly things. Seriously, this is the second time I've completely deflated the economy of our kingdom. It's going to be great. It's not going to be great. But you are the reason this is all possible, and you're just wonderful, and hopefully with your continued support I'll be able to keep doing this for many, many years to come. As many years as is possible. I'm going to come up with an idea to, like, have a Patreon, not a Patreon, a Twitch sub-goal. So, like, if we can keep to that level, I don't know, something awesome will happen. I don't know. I'll think about it. Gotta think about a thing. I'll come up with some ideas. I'll ask people. So, thank you all ever so much, folks. Seriously, thank you. Thank you so much. And whether it be morning, afternoon, or evening, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I hope you achieve everything you set out to do. The thumbnail, the VOD for this has got to totally be called Ding Ding Ding, doesn't it? It does! Or for who, the pastry bell tolls, that would be perfect. Ooh, Tiny Trade there with a sneaky 5 gift subs. That is incredibly kind of you. Thank you. That is truly kind. But, I'll catch you next time, folks. Well, it'll be even sillier. And I'll see you then. Later. And remember, be nice to each other, everyone, for if everyone is nice to each other, the world would be that much better a place. And we all want that, don't we? Well, I certainly do. And I hope you do too. Later.
Hey, do you think I could get... a spicy cinnamon roll? Yes, I will have all of them. I have lots of money.
Later.